All right guys, welcome back. It's Lance from Honeycutt's Brush. Told you I was gonna come back and knock these limbs down. That's what we're gonna do today. What we're looking at is limbs like that right there. You can see them all the way down the tree line. About 10 foot up, I'm gonna try to knock them back so that I can see, because once I put this deer stand up in the air, it's gonna be 8 foot plus where I'm sitting. So I'm gonna be about 10 foot high. So what I'm gonna wanna do is basically just come through any vines that are hanging low, and you can sort of see what I'm talking about. This tree right here is low, but the vines right here, these vines, honestly, they're really good for deer. The deer like to come up and put their scent on these vines like that right there. They like to put their scent on them, but I'm gonna cut them down today. I got some other ones hung up in other places, but I'm trying to knock these back all the way down to get it high enough to where when I'm looking, I can see the whole distance. I mean, man, what a difference a mulcher can make when it comes to clearing out. It just does a really good job. Today we're going to use, like I explained in the last video, we're going to use that brush cutter. The brush cutter is about six foot long. Brush cutter is around the same width of the skid steer. They normally have machines with big long arms that can reach up and touch, but skid steer is just so much faster and so much more efficient sometimes, and you can get in places that most tractors can't. So I'm gonna come through and use that and try to cut these back. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna reach up, and I'm gonna turn it into the tree. And if this is the top of the hat is a limb, I'm gonna try to touch that limb, pull down and cut it. And stay off of these beans because they're just starting to sprout, and I don't wanna mess anything up. We're gonna do the best we can today. I'm gonna put it on a time lapse and let you guys see how I work. I hope you guys enjoy. If you want to, subscribe, leave a like, comment, do whatever you need to do. I've appreciated all the comments. It's really good feedback. People are super nice. They send me great comments that encourage me to continue to make content, and I do appreciate it so much. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for commenting and liking, giving me tips when I need them, telling me things that I can do better. I eat that stuff up, and I do appreciate it. So anyways, let's get right to it, and I hope you enjoy. that gives you a little idea. That's what I do whenever I'm trying to trim limbs down. That's about as high as the combine will be anyways. So if he does plant some closer, he can definitely get in there now, get under it with the combine. But what I'm gonna do in this next part is get the deer stand and set it up. I'll try to make it as quick as possible so that you guys can sort of see how I do it and the way I do it. I just sort of put it on the forklift attachment. I tie it to it, pick it up, have a buddy of mine come with me. Hopefully I got one that can come help me. While I'm sitting it down, he's putting the 4x4s into the mounts that I'm gonna be screwing on. And then we just sort of put the wood on there that'll keep it from falling down. Then we tie it down, anchor it to the ground. Then that stand's going nowhere. That's what's gonna be on this next part of this video. But if you've made it this far, go watch some of my previous videos. I've got 33 or more so far, I don't even know, quite frankly. But you guys have been awesome, I do appreciate you. Anyways, let's get right back into it. Thanks for watching. So Chris is gonna help me get up on there. And this is not OSHA approved, just a FYI. So do not try this at home. You're good there. Go that way with it. All right. Just a little bit. Right there. Going up. Come forward some. When you sit, oh, this is not going to be bad right here. It's in a perfect spot, and notice how all those limbs I cut today aren't in the way. That looks really good, and I can see all the way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fasten it in 4 different areas with actual cable, metal cable, and then when the wind blows it won't ever go anywhere. I got one down there at the And it's a double stand. It's probably twice as wide as this, about the same height, but twice as wide. It's not going anywhere. I got it screwed in. We put anchors in the ground all the way around it and tie it down real tight with cable ties. And these stands don't go anywhere, even with high winds. All right, so we finished up. A couple things I want to sort of tell you about what we did. Look in here. We took actual cable and it's tight. I mean, and it's all the way around. We did it on all four sides. You can sort of see. And we put the wood at a cross pattern. If we need to add more, we will, but just so that you guys, if you ever think about building one of these, you need to anchor it down. If you don't, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. It's gonna blow over. Heavy wind, any kind of wind is gonna take this thing and it's just gonna go. You really need to make sure that you've got it tied down. And what I mean by that is, if you're looking right here, these are drivable anchors. So I just took an impact wrench and I drove it into the ground. You can look them up online. They're just any kind of anchor you want to use for something. Take these to the beach sometimes. If I don't want my tent to fly away, I'll just use these and then tie them in. You can just unscrew them right back out. But I have an impact, a 20 volt impact, and I just drove them right into the ground, all four corners. And then I used a tensioner, which is basically you just put this, it opens up when you unscrew it, and then you tighten it up and it pulls this cable tight. So it's just a cable tensioner. I don't know, 1/8 inch cable, cut it with Lyman pliers. And I've got the coated cable. I always get the coated cable because you don't want to have to cut and cut and cut. These coated cables, they cut right through, and then you don't have to worry about them sticking you in the hand whenever you're working on them. So this is what it looks like. Let me walk out, give you a good view of it. That's what it looks like. Now it looks a little catty cornered. It's on a hill. Look, it's not perfect. By no means did I want it to be perfect. I don't really care as long as it stays up. But we've got a ton of screws in it. We've got it as secure as it's possibly gonna get. It's not gonna go anywhere. I built one twice as wide, did it the same way for what I'm gonna be doing with it, which is rarely getting in it. Just hunting it during the rut. If we have any big bucks down here, that's how it gets put up. Overall, it's gonna do exactly what we want. We'll be able to shoot some big deer, hopefully, in the upcoming season. I don't know if I'll film those or not. They tend to be a little boring when you do, but if you guys wanna see me hunt, leave a comment down below just to let me know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everything you do, all the time you spend watching them. Makes me feel good. Thank you. I'm Lance Honeycutt's Brush. I'll see you in the next one.